Hello and welcome to the stream. So, unexpected ledger advert. Thank you. We'll not have that on screen. Not quite ready yet. Welcome back to the stream. I'm going to give this yet another go. The last couple of streams have died partway through. I don't know whether it was internet connection issues. I was possibly asking a bit much of my GPU, running animes and a bunch of other things. So let's just see how this goes. Let's hope it doesn't die this time. So plan today is play a bit of Warsaken. So we will probably do that over here. So I'm going to grab some games from the Discord, hopefully, and we'll probably open a couple of packs in the meantime. So let's open a pack or two just to make sure that it doesn't kill my GPU. And Anchor Wallet, of course. See, now that is why you need a ledger. Give me a second. Yes, that was literally the whole point of needing the ledger, is to unlock my wallet. So while I'm unlocking my wallet, just a reminder, this is on Wax. Wax is a cryptocurrency. I am not a financial advisor. Do your own research. That's it. That's the warning over and done with. So got into the ledger, switch the EOS app. I'll get used to this at some point. I'm not used to having to plug stuff into USB just to be able to stream something. It's not quite Warzone, is it? So, yeah, if anyone does need a ledger, I've got referral codes. They are fantastic little devices. They don't actually store your cryptocurrency, they store your private keys, which is the important thing. Remember, not your keys, not your coins, or even not your cards. So it's worth picking up something that can store your crypto securely. And I think Ledger and Trezor are some of the best in the business. Right, let's give this a go. Is this going to work?
Warsaken.
We haven't killed the stream yet. That's a good start. Promising. I can see it on the preview. Awesome. So we've got, a card. That is just a card. That's, not particularly exciting. I mean, this is booster pack. This is me having a bit of a play around. I'll probably use these low end cards just as giveaways, a little something as a thank you for. Oh, that's a visual glitch. Oh, okay, that was a camo. I missed that. I have to look at that in a minute. Public embarrassment, fire in the field, successful mole hunt, search algorithm, RX salamander, underwater mines, XT T. I want to call it AT, but that's probably breaks copyright. So let's have a look at that card that was in there. What was it? There's actually no sort in here, is there? You can't sort it by when I received it. I can probably look it up on here, can't I? My inventory. I mean, this looks familiar. What was it? None of these. So destructive hijacking, Omega 32 mech, successful mole hunt. I thought it was before that one. Interesting. If I... Very interesting. Okay. I clicked on it and I was daft because I should have actually paid more attention to it. So what we're looking at here. Rarity common. Rarity common. Base. Yeah, see, these are all just the bases. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't real. Maybe I'm not looking at this in the right order. What's going on? What is going on? Okay, fine. Well, let's open another one. Let's just, for the fun of it, let's open another booster pack. And just to get started, like I do have to say, like this tires me. I used to be able to stream for hours. I used to be able to work for a full day and then stream for a couple of hours. But since getting the COVID and getting the long COVID, it has taken it out of me. So I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stream for. I'm enjoying it. I really want to get back into it. It's something that I've enjoyed for a long time. I enjoy the tech. I enjoy the playing games in the community, and it's a real pity that I've not been able to do it since March. So even if I just get a couple of like 15-minute streams in here and there, as and when I can, then it feels like I'm making a little bit of progress, even though it doesn't seem like a lot. I do hope you can join me for this journey into starting to get a bit better. I'm not going to click quite so fast this time. I don't think there's going to be a lot less like panic clicking because I don't think I'm going to get anything interesting out of it. I need to work out how this works the best. Right, here we go. Ready for the noise?
Warsaken. Booster.
Okay, booster. Cause production strike. Cool. Clever hijack. Cool. Isle protector. Mount. See, I thought this for a long time was Utopia, but it's not. It's Uptania. See, Mount Utopia. This probably doesn't fit the game that well. Successful multi. See, they've got. Oh look, there we go. It's a camo. It was a camo. Glazov nuclear facilities. So if I refresh this, does it show me? Yeah, look, Isle protector. Yeah, look, there we go. So this is, it's 1 of 500. So the 500 in the corner is the number of issued. I mean, it's not fantastic. I mean, it's not the best thing in the world. It's 5 wax, which is 40 cents, 39 cents. So yeah. Right, okay. So like that could be an issue with the stream because everything just froze. Is it back? Okay, seems to be back. Let's go on to the next one. Yeah, I definitely have something wrong. I don't know whether it's the Thunderbolt dock that is just doing me in, because occasionally I just get this complete reset. I might have to rebuild the PC again, which would be a pain, but it's doable. Lasting Blizzard again, DX8, Jax, Planted Device, Lasting Blizzard, Underwater Mines, Burn Notice, Food Resource. Awesome. Right, okay, let's see if we can get some games going. So I need Discord. Yeah, I haven't used this rig up in the office for a long time now, and I fear something might have subtly died in a weird way. But I need to look in the event logs once I know what's going on, or find out what's going on rather. So let me have a look. I am going to be in the strategy den. I am going to have a look for people being funny in strategy den. Oh, look, we might have a match already. Oh, I might have a game already. Here we go.
Warsaken.
Here we go. Should we go full screen? Should we go? Switch over to the full thing. Oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe that was a bad idea. Should have thought about that. Okay, me go first. Yay! Let's go. 5. 5's good. 5's good. Oh, let me go and thumbs up the. So where are we going? We've got. Yeah, everything just cut out again. Like literally all of my USB ports just disabled themselves and then it came back online again. Interesting, my audio interface did it too. Which sort of suggests, because that's plugged directly into the PC, it's not my Thunderbolt dock. Okay, interesting, very interesting. Still don't know what's going on. Right, so nothing particularly exciting here. So let's play some cards. Let's play that one. Let's put down that. We might have to put it back later, and then let's just end the turn. So shout out in the chat if you join, or when you join, if you're here already. Nice to say hello. Let's go. We got 3. We got 3. We got 2 Akanes. We've got Falcon. So okay, that's something. So I'm gonna let's throw some stuff down. And of course, yeah, right. Let's throw the
Moving in
down,
closer.
and let's pull back.
I vow.
No, didn't say that. I said pull this back to the hand. Okay. Right. Let's see how this goes. Oh, here we go. It's a bit of an attack. Okay. Weather play. It's got a third one. No. It's fine. 4 cards. Now I get the axes. Right. Fine. But not really a lot I can do. Still somewhat paralysed by not having the cards. So let's pull the. What's going on? I think my click is a bit off. Let's pull the W&D back and let's end the turn. So yeah, I've been building up a bit of a collection of cards over here. So I've got my my leaders that I'd be building up to foil fire. Just buying low or cheap stuff on the market. Okay, we got weather play here. This is a weather play. Is this a weather heavy deck though? Is this weather heavy? Yes. Weather. I fear the stream might have frozen at this point. No, we're good. Just my face has frozen. Just my face that's frozen. Yeah, there we go. It was animes. Doesn't handle the USB cutting out thing very well. And yeah, so now I've got Orbital Sun Cannon, but like nothing actually useful. Literally can't do anything. Got 2 Akanes there. Yeah. So that's fun. Yeah. So I guess just hard pass. I either feel like I'm on a massive stream delay or my Animaze is frozen again. Yeah, no, it's just the overlay that's frozen. Let's do a doop doop. Let's do.
Compromised.
I'm compromised. I'm down. I'm down. Let's deactivate. Reactivate. Enable. There we go. There he is. My little VTube avatar. Looks a little bit like me, but not a lot like me. I can WMD, and I can play the axe. All right, let's do this thing.
Select target.
I mean, I have a funny feeling that this is not going to end well for me, but fight to the last card.
Select target.
And I ought to do something, so let's play that one. Here we go. Do, do, do. Go on, you're going to finish me off. This is a weather deck. This is a heavy weather deck. So he's going to get another 2 turns to throw down. And hopefully he's going to draw. Alright, so he's hedging his bets now. He's trying to get as much down on the deck as possible because he hasn't quite got enough. Is one of those cards going to be whether the XTT or the Tiger? It's not. It's not. He can't do it. Oh, he's got another force in there. Presumably he's got 3 of those. So I need a really good roll. That is not a really good roll. That is a terrible roll. That, I mean, I maybe could have played the weather in the last game, in the last match, but let's see. Let's see where this goes. There we go. I'm done. GG's. I can't even find the chat now. That was ages ago. Good stuff. Right. Okay. Let's. Yeah, got some GG's back. Good. Thank you for the game. So we've got nothing else in the chat. So let's go. Let's go. Start match. Let's use my 4 stack. Do. We go. Let's copy. I'm a bit all over the place today. Right. Let's see. Is he going to play again? Is he going to go? Is he going to join me? Right, so while we do... Oh, no, here we go. Here we
Warsaken.
go. We're off. We're off. Let's just drop an emote. What is an emote? Right, here we go. So they start. I'm going to draw 3. They pull anything good? The promo card. Oh, that couldn't be any better. Literally, first strike advantage. Oh, that's good. That's a good roll. I mean, that's not a brilliant. There's not a lot of options. That's what I'm saying. I have no idea. This could well be an Intel deck. I could get milled to the sun and back. We will see. Let's go in hard. Put my front line down. See where we go. Now, what's he going to come up with? He's going to drop. Oh, he's got another match. That is a good pull. Like for a 3 and a 4, he's just pulled 2 matches. He couldn't really ask for much more, other than maybe, drop that and I get 1. That's brilliant. I might just hard pass that. I'm going to hard pass. Let's have a look at the backs. Let's get some boosters. I know these boosters aren't really worth very much. They're kind of fun to open. It's better than my stream dying because I opened a normal pack. It would really help if I unlock the ledger. And I gotta wait. Let's play this. And again, I got nothing. I have absolutely nothing. So let's hard pass that too. So I don't really know what I should do in that situation. Yeah, it's a hard pass, and there's not really anything I can do. But I mean, should I just pull something back, put something out? But then you're revealing your cards. It doesn't seem like a great idea. So yeah, right, okay. Let's sign this message. Okay, so while that's running, let's do another roll. Right, okay, here we go. So we got a match, one match. Good. So let's play.
Select target.
Let's go with that one. Hey Sean, how you doing? I'm all right. I'm tired, but I'm all right. Thank you for joining me in the channel. So we're playing a bit of Warsaken today. Not sure how long your message has been up there. No timestamps, that's helpful. Not really anything. I don't want to block any of the slots because I've got a lot of pairs. So let's pass on that. Right, while he is drawing,
Warsaken. Booster.
right, so he's got another force against me. So this is a full stack. WMD there, but not going to get a lot done. And let's see. Okay, some cards. Ooh, that's a pretty looking card. I like those. Right. Let's roll again. Earache with kids is horrible. Yeah, that's rough, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
Select target.
How old's your kid, if you don't mind saying? And then I had another match here.
Select target.
Yeah, fine. It's difficult at that age because they don't quite understand why it's happening to them. Like they're starting to get there, but it still hurts, and they just want it to go away. And you can't just fix it. That's really hard. I have a funny feeling I'm on a ridiculous stream delay at the moment. Yeah, you should learn the game. Join in. If you want a match, if you want to paste in your code, if you've got a deck built, then we can have a game. Probably quite annoying if the other person like repeatedly pausing. What else did I get in this? Not a lot. Can't do anything else, can I? Let's just do a pass on that last one. Yeah, equally, if you're missing some cards to make a deck up, give me a shout and let me know what type of card you want. I've probably got some low-end sets that I can throw you. Cards, more cards. Okay. It's not waiting on me. That's good. Right, here we go. Oh, he didn't get anywhere. Oh, he's blocked himself off. He's. Ooh. Okay. Well, I mean, I can play the WMD. There's nothing to stop me. It's only going to get one, but that's fine. That's progress.
Select target. Compromised.
Once I'll pass this game, I'll go through quickly what I learned about deck building. It's actually the interface makes it a bit more complicated than it needs to. Yeah, once this will be over in a minute. I'm not sure I'm going to survive because he's got quite a lot of cards queued up. All he needs is one more match to his WMD or his force. No.
Compromised.
One more roll. Okay, apparently I win.
Select target.
I know just how they like it.
Right. Okay. Let me send the GGs over to Naveed again. Yeah, I'm having a bit of trouble with my tech at the moment. It's the keyboard and mouse, everything just keeps restarting for no apparent reason. I thought it was the Thunderbolt dock, but it's not. So let's have a look at decks. So a couple of things I found out. When you create a new deck, there's a bunch of messages that run along the top here that tell you important things about your deck, and you'll see over here you've got not standard ready. Now there's no standard gameplay available on Warsaken cards, so that's pretty much you can ignore. The not blitz ready is the important one because that's the one that tells you that you're not following all the rules required for the game. The red warnings or errors, I guess, are actually the useful things in here. There are a bunch of blue things in here, which is pretty pointless from the point of view of Blitz. Low start morale is kind of important in Blitz, but actually it's probably one of the least important play is morale. And there's things like resource production is completely irrelevant to Blitz, and you only really know that until you start playing a bit. So the real thing to watch out for, like, you just won't be able to start a match if you've got any reds up here. Once you are once you have got enough cards, you're going to need 4 of each type of card. So, except for territories and leaders. So, if we see down here, like I've got 5 of these. And actually, that's a territory. That's a bad example. I've got 4 of these WMDs. Now, for Blitz, actually, and for the whole game, it standard included, it doesn't actually matter if you've got different varieties of the card. They're all going to be valid. The confusion comes in because when you add WMD, for example, which I scrolled straight past somehow, there we go. When you add a WMD, I am on a huge stream delay, I think, because I'm seeing stuff that happened minutes ago in Twitch. I think I'm... Yeah, okay, now it's caught up a bit. Oh, dear. Good old Twitch. So yeah, if you add this to a deck, I'm going to put it in the new deck. If I then try and put this up to 4, it'll actually show them as missing. There's a little button at the top here that says show missing. And that's quite important because that actually tells you if you are missing cards, which would prevent you from starting a match. Now, because I do have 4 of these cards, I can just add the other variety or varieties, and I can put that up to 3. So it's just going to be the 1 of these and the 3 of those. And now I have the 4 WMDs on that card. So that's a kind of a point of confusion. It took me, I don't know, about an hour of kind of trying to figure it out from people in Discord exactly why my deck wasn't blitz ready. The really the first thing to look at is your leader. You want to start with roughly around 20 morale. You cannot have more than 20 morale in blitz. And there are some modifiers on certain territories that will push your morale up. So, for example, one of my decks is a 17 start morale, but it pushes it up to 20 with a +3 on one of my territories. For the most part, just start with one of these leaders who has got a 20 start morale. So let's add that to the deck. And then the territories. Now, morale is a play in Blitz, but it's not the most common play. You don't get many people just constantly hitting it in morale. I think I've had maybe 2 decks out of about 50 games. So it happens, but it's not super common. It's probably worth choosing these lower morale numbers. The actual resource production on the card doesn't really matter. Yeah, watch the VOD. I'm going to make a YouTube video at some point as well. This is kind of my rehearsal. If I go through it now, I'm going to put up a YouTube video because there's just not enough information out there. It's something that needs to happen. So I'm going to add some territories. So we've got -3 there. I might as well go for the -4. You only need 1 of each of these territories. -4. Have I got more -3s? Have I got more -3s? Yeah, teaching English while watching is that is not going to make it easy. I'm probably not explaining this in the absolute best way possible. So let's go. Did I choose that already? Don't think so. No, I didn't. Okay, so now I've got my 4 territories. Now, at this point, you've really got some choices. So the different categories do different things, but largely, a force is just a force. You heard that they're paying or helping streamers who want to cover the game. Yeah, I've seen a couple of wax transactions, like a couple of streamers that get, a chunk of wax from Warsaken. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm still kind of struggling to get any content out there. I used to be putting out a couple of videos a week, but I'm not coping at the moment. Forces. It's these are the things that take off the territories from your opponent. So you have to have, as before, you have to have 4 of these. And as you see, in many cases, I've got 4 of a range of varieties. So the foil variety, the full art variety, and the base variety. All it means is you have to add them to the deck multiple times, which is a little bit of a pain. So I've got 2 of those. So you then have to just remember how many you've got of each of them. And in some cases, I've just bought a bunch of the cheap, like 1 wax cards, because it makes it easier when you're chopping things around in decks. So you can have up to 65 cards in total. So I've got 13 at the moment. Quite a way to go with this deck. And really, you've got some choices. Like a lot of people with their first deck will go very force heavy, which is absolutely fine. Is actually, majority of decks you come up against are force decks. So you're going to have, maybe 10 sets of cards in here that actually then gives you, a pretty good chance of getting some matches out. It's also important to have some other classes of card as well. So the WMD, Weapon of Mass Destruction, you can only play 1 of these per game, so it's not really worth having more than 1. Some people will put a second WMD in there just to increase their probability, but then as soon as you've played the first one, the remaining cards are useless. So you've got potentially 5 cards in your deck that are just not going to be usable. Buildings are pretty important for combating morale plays. So not morale play at all, for combating intel plays. So buildings allow you to bring cards that have been taken off the board back into either your hand or into your arsenal, i.e., where you're drawing the cards from. That then gives you the ability, if your opponent uses intel play, which I'll go on to in a minute, they taking the cards off, and so you potentially are not going to make a match. You've got wasted cards, but you can actually pull them back, which is super handy. So generally, I'll try and put a couple of buildings in each deck, just so I've got some options to bring stuff back. Intel is the card that I mentioned that allows you to. There are actually 3 actions, and I can't remember them all. So one of the actions is you're going to mill 6 cards. So you're going to take 6 cards from their unrevealed pile, the arsenal, and then you're just going to discard them into their discard pile. The other option is you can bounce 3, which means it's taking 3 cards off their front line and discarding them. So you get to really choose which cards they're going to be discarded. Which is useful if they, maybe got a couple of or a WMD in play, 2 WMDs in play. They're potentially going to be on the next go. They're going to be dropping a WMD on you. You can cut that straight off by just bouncing those 2 cards. And then the last option is the player has, I can't remember what it's called, but the player has to choose 3 or 6 cards, I can't remember which it is, to be able to discard from their hand, which is kind of useful if their kind of hands, they haven't got a lot in their hand, and it's a good way of kind of really depleting their ability to do anything to you in the next go. So it's quite a strategic play. So let's add some secret drone mission intel. So morale, a lot of people don't play morale, like some people do. So that just allows you the number in the bottom right hand corner is your morale. If you knock that all the way down to 0, your leader's compromised. In the same way, you can compromise the leader by destroying all their territories or by getting rid of all of their the cards in their arsenal, so they literally have nothing to play. Weather is pretty important because that gives you extra turns or extra goes. So if you play 3 of these cards, you're going to be able to sorry, brain froze there. You're going to be able to stop and think, Richard. you're going to be able to take an extra roll. So that's often, you'll see this in games. You'll get people playing weather, 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 and then weather, 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 and then they're essentially going to get like an extra 2 rolls out of that, which gives you a lot of power. It's always worth throwing a couple of these down at the beginning of the game if you've got a partial match, because that then means that if you do roll a 1 but you do happen to have a weather card, you can then potentially gamble and bring that up to another roll, which might give you 6 more cards and 6 more turns, which could win the match for you. From a blitz perspective, sideboards aren't used, so you can ignore those entirely. So rather than try and build a deck up, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna have to stop in a bit because my fatigue's getting the better of me. But rather than go and try and create a deck from scratch, so this is my force deck. So I've got my territories, pretty standard. I've got a lot of force, so there's all the force basically in this deck. I've just got the one potential WMD set. Got 2 buildings, which I've actually added a building and removed a force recently. That just gives me some options in terms of being able to recover when there's a mill deck or an intel deck is played against me. I don't actually have any intel in this. Like I have played intel in my force deck before, but often you don't really have a lot of room in the deck, and you just want as much force as possible. Again, no morale. Very few people play morale. Weather, I've got a couple of weathers in there. That gives me a chance to just kind of really pull stuff back in again. Sorry, not pull stuff back in again. It really gives me a chance to have some extra goes, potentially just clinch the game at the end. The other option that I've been using a little bit more recently and just refining really, and that's kind of the fun of this game for me, is that you're kind of refining a deck. Is the heavy on the intel deck. So this has got, you need a bit of force because you need to be able to take out the leader with force, but you don't need a lot by any means. So I've only got the 2 force cards in there, which means that after mid game I've usually got a force match, and by the end of the game I've definitely got a force match. If you only had 1 force, you might struggle a little bit to actually, you might get towards the end of the game and not actually be able to take out the leader. What I do have is a lot of intel. So this allows me just to really mill their deck. So that every time I'm getting a match, I'm just taking 6 off the top. So it gets to the point where halfway through the game, they've maybe taken out 2 of my territories, but then they cannot match anything more. Like, I've taken all their buildings out of their deck, so they can't get any cards back. They maybe have 1, maybe 2 more matches. They definitely don't have the 3 that they would need to be able to pull it back. So at that point, they're basically done. So you can then just keep mill. They'll keep passing on their turns. And you can then, once that deck is emptied, then you can really kind of push the game, drop your force, eliminate the leader, and you're done. So that's what I've learned so far. I'll clip this, or I'll clip parts of this, and try and pull together a YouTube video at some point, because it's a good fun game. It's a little bit hard to get started. It's just the lack of information that's out there. I'm actually going to stop now because I'm learning not to push myself too hard. Technical difficulties there again. Everything just restarted. So yeah, I'm going to stop now anyway. Thank you for joining me. It's nice to see you again, Sean. Hopefully I'll catch you on stream again. Have a fantastic day, everyone, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.